Alright everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video, and to stay tuned on in towards the second half of this video, guys. Right after this chart analysis, I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys that has been beaten down by earnings, maybe presenting itself as an opportunity. And not only earnings, but also what they stated about the forward outlook of the company. So it is something to watch. It's not financial advice. I'm not here to tell you to buy, sell, or hold any positions in those stocks or any of the stocks I mentioned here on the whole entire channel. But I am here to enlighten every single investor and viewer on opportunities that are presenting themselves based off the charts and the market sentiment, regardless of what's going on, right? So it seems like, to me, like an overreaction. So it's an opinion. Check it out right after this chart analysis. Stay tuned on in. All I'm asking for is 3 to 5 more minutes of your time, and there might be a new opportunity on your radar, right? So you definitely want to add it to your watch list moving forward if you don't have it already. So Nndm, Nano Dimension, running up, pulling right back down. So we're doing newer highs, newer lows, but in a downward direction, right? So we're basically doing newer lows, newer highs, newer lows, right? So we end up with the low, not the high. And it's been going in a downward direction since that spike because of the acquisition. And I think a lot of investors are confused. Like, isn't that what we were waiting for? Like, isn't that what could have pushed and driven this to newer highs? And it was something we were waiting for, but it was more like a buy the rumor, sell the news type of reaction. Now, Nndm is holding itself up pretty well because of institutional ownership and all its offerings, but Nndm also is not consistently going back up, and it's actually plunged down and holding itself up, like I said, within this area from like $6 to $7 pretty well. As long as it doesn't break $6.50, we may not see newer lows, but if it does, we may be seeing some newer lows. But right now, holding itself up pretty well because of institutional ownership. But the one thing that's holding this stock down instead of just going up and up and up like it was doing before is because of the fact of the forward outlook of all the competition and all the hurdles that Nndm has to go through to become a reputable company in its whole entire sector and in its whole entire niche. So Nndm right now is like one of the top dogs in what they're trying to innovate with, but it's actually getting consumers. They don't even have enough customers, and the CEO has admitted it. It's the biggest challenge that they're going to have, making new customers or consumers understand why their product, not saying that it's better, but something to consider. So I think that right now is Nndm's biggest issue and challenge, and the CEO said it himself, and that's why the stock isn't really holding itself up with strength to hit newer highs and like kind of consolidate and then hit newer highs. Rather, it's like jumping up and then falling back down, which it's done it several times, right, since the big drop from way up here at the $17 mark all the way down to $6. The biggest reason why it can't hold itself up in an upward direction, if not kind of dropped and sitting sideways for the last several months, is because of the fact that they really don't have revenue coming in or any net income, right? They're not profitable just yet. And I think that's one of the biggest things that drives a stock price up beyond news, beyond speculation, hope, and hype. It's numbers. The bottom line, the net income. Nndm doesn't have that yet. They will if they continue in their tracks and they continue to work hard towards their goal. They will. They should, right? As the CEO states. But we'll have to see, right? That's why when you're investing in these tech innovative stocks for the future, you're investing in something that still doesn't really exist. It's creating itself, but it's not really producing just yet. So you, as an investor, are taking the risk on something unseen yet. And that's just part of the investing journey. High risk, high reward. And I always say this, high risk, high losses too. A lot of people don't want to remember that or say that, but that's the truth. So, Nndm, the 50-day moving average, 773. Anything below it is bearish. Anything above it is bullish. Now, its support, and it's the lowest point of the day, is 729. If that gets broken through, this could be on its way down to newer lows, new support levels, and it's the lowest point reached in this downward direction. So keep that in mind. Now, our resistance, if the 50-day moving average does get crossed at 773, it is up here, the highest point before the drop, and that's 776, okay? So the bulls need to break through both of those, turn them into supports to pull upwards, reach newer highs, and pull further away from the 50-day moving average in the upward direction. So something to keep in mind moving forward. Now, Nndm in ARK Invest portfolio, the reason why I'm not pulling it up or anything like that, just an update. They have not really bought today. I didn't see any updates of that. If anybody wants to challenge that or agree with me or correct me, you can down below. They have not bought from what I've seen. Everything's just sitting kind of sideways. And if they sold a very small amount, like less than 10,000, 20,000 shares. So it's not really significant to what they've sold before of 50, 60, 100,000. But Nndm has grown significantly in the last few weeks in their portfolios, right? In ARK Invest, in ARKQ, ARKW, they have up their position. So I'm watching that closely, and that is something that's very interesting. We want to watch it moving forward. If you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to smash the like button to let me know you watch this video. Helps out the YouTube channel and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. Let's go ahead and jump right into the stock to add to your watch list. Definitely one that is interesting, and I'm going to share with you guys my opinion. Once again, it's not financial advice. I'm not here to tell you to buy, sell, or hold any positions in any of the stocks I mentioned here on the YouTube channel, but I do like to enlighten investors on opportunities that could be presenting themselves based off of overreaction or the charts itself overall. Stay tuned. In the Patreon link, they will both redirect you over to the tiers. They're filling up pretty quickly, and we look forward to having you join us. So, what's the ticker symbol you should add to your watch list? Keep it close and keep an eye on, right? This is not financial advice, and I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold any positions in this stock or any of the stocks I mentioned, but this is a stock that took a beating, and it's already gone up a total amount after hitting the high of the day of almost 40 cents just today alone after that beating. Now, what happened? They did really well in earnings, but the CEO or someone stated in the meeting, right, the conference call, and the forward outlook of Ford was not going to be as strong. That's what made investors actually jump out and say, you know what, this is the ride I rode, you know, I'm out. Like a lot of investors were just cashing out and leaving. Now, could this have been an overreaction? That's why you want to add this to your watch list and look for a consolidation or for the stock to pull back even lower for more weakness until it hits a bottom. No one knows the bottom, but you could watch it, right, closely. This could have been the bottom, or there could be another one. That's why you want to watch it closely moving forward. Interesting enough, too, earnings was expected to be 0.30, and it was beat by a lot, actually, more than the average times that they've beat it, but they beat it by 0.59. Now, the expectation for the next quarter is 0.16 negative, right? If they beat that, they're on track to becoming profitable again. But if they get real close to this, this is actually now becoming unprofitable. And that's something as an investor you want to be aware of, because a lot of investors are saying Ford is unprofitable. They had a bad year, right, in 2020 of negative 1.2 billion, right, in net income. So Ford has some numbers to prove, and that was a great quarter. And even after that great quarter, it got destroyed. And I think it has a lot to do with the outlook of Ford, the chip shortage, and so forth. But Ford has a stake now in the EV sector, and I think that's what's going to make it competitive and innovative to have a chance, but it needs to produce and it needs to show results through its numbers and the net income and become profitable, not be a net income of negative 1.2 billion. But we're going to go ahead and see how things play out moving forward. Could this have been an overreaction and the market continue to pull this one up? Possibly. That's what you want to watch. If there's a consolidation, healthy pullback even lower for more weakness until it starts to hit a floor or a bottom. No one knows it, but you can watch closely for it or see between the behavior of the charts previously to how it's acting at that present moment, whether it's a week from now, 2 weeks from now, a month from now. But right now, the stock has pulled upwards and it took a hit of $1 and some change. So this is definitely one to watch moving forward. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.